Thanks for jumping in the trenches with Dave Lapham, brought to you by First Star Logistics, as always, coming from our outstanding studios that are provided by First Star Logistics. And we get a chance to talk defense with Bengals defensive coordinator extraordinaire, Lou Anarumo. And we talk about what took place out in Arizona, the scheme that he employed out there, how well they played in the first and fourth quarter, but he's looking for a little bit more consistency on a snap-by-snap basis throughout the entire football game. But it did a lot of good things against the Arizona Cardinals for sure. He scored a defensive touchdown at a very critical point in the football game. That was massive. And then the upcoming opponent, Seattle Seahawks, 3-1 record coming off a bye. They present a lot of problems offensively. He talks about that as well. Nobody better to talk football with than Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, and you're going to see why. Thanks for carving time and joining us in the trenches with Dave Lapham, brought to you by First Star Logistics. We've got our very special guest, a good friend of our podcast, defensive coordinator extraordinaire for the Cincinnati Bengals. His group responded for him in the Arizona Cardinal contest. Coach, particularly first and fourth quarter, we talked about this earlier in the week, but I mean, in the first quarter, Arizona Cardinals, 6 snaps, no yards. Fourth quarter, 13 snaps, 40 yards. No first downs, obviously, in the first quarter. Only 2 first downs in the fourth quarter. And you had 2 takeaways to offset that. So in those 2 quarters of football, you had 19 snaps for 40 yards, only allowed 2 first downs, and took the football away from them twice. That'll win you some games, won't it?
Yeah, we've got to continue that part up. You know, our sack production this year has been really good. The turnovers have been, takeaways have been good. You know, and like you said, they've come at opportune times. And I think we as a group know that we have to be more consistent throughout the whole game. You know, you mentioned the first and the fourth where we did well. There was some spots, you know, where it's the same old thing right now for us, which we have to eliminate. Half of their rushing yards come on 2 plays. And,
right.
You know, we got guys that are there and we got to make the play. So anyway, so we'll do better, and we have to. We got a good running football team coming in this week.
Yeah, the on the run game, two rushes for 76 yards, and then 20 carries, the other 20 for 66 yards. I mean, that's playing pretty good defense for a high percentage. Like you said, you can't let 2 get out the gate like that.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and again, just being more consistent. And you know, we're working on tackling. We're still a little bit high for where we want to be in terms of the numbers of missed tackles. You know, you don't want to miss any. But, you know, when we're playing good D and we're kind of cooking with gas, you know, we're around 4, maybe 5 a game. You know, we're still 7 or 8 right now, and that's got to come down.
Is there a common denominator, a theme with it, Coach? Is it overrunning, over pursuit? Is it hitting too high? Is it a whole host of things?
Just a little bit of a mixed bag. You know, we've had some where guys are really just a little bit out of control and need to get under control to get a guy on the ground.
Right.
You know, just some situations where it's a leverage thing. You know, proper tackle with the proper shoulder, and the ball, you know, as you mentioned, cuts back on us. So it's things that we're stressing, and we'll continue to do so.
So what did you like best in the performance against the Arizona Cardinals defensively? What's a thing or two that popped out at you that, okay, that's what I'm used to here?
You know, getting after the quarterback the way we did,
yeah.
You know, basically Trey was, you know, a one-man wrecking crew, really. You know, and just the way we did that. And, you know, anytime you score on defense, you know, you give yourself a chance to win the game. So I think that, you know, keep those 2 areas going and eliminate some of the other things that I mentioned, and we'll be just fine.
Cheeto was down with a back issue. Cam Taylor Britt was, you know, concussion protocol, practice Friday, and he made the big play. You're speaking of the 11-yard interception return for a touchdown, the pick 6. After the offense was stopped on 4th down, to come up 2 plays later with that right before the half was enormous. I think the turning point of the game, basically How did DJ Turner step up in the absence of Cheeto? DJ, you've been working him in, but how did he do with the increased role that he had?
I thought he did well. Again, certainly felt comfortable. That the fact that we've been able to play him in each of the first 4 games was huge. So that wasn't the first time he had to go out there.
Right.
So he's had some experience. He knows what it's like, and he'll only continue to get better. He's a talented guy.
You've got another young safety, Jordan Battle. He's starting to grow into it a little bit as well. You've got I know you have roles for everybody, and those roles can increase depending on how they perform, right?
Yeah, and I thought Jordan stepped in and we'll continue to work that rotation. And I thought he did a decent job. There's some things he's got to clean up, but he did a good job blitzing. Showed up on that one play, hit the quarterback, and was in the right spots more than the wrong. So it's a good place to start.
Yeah, you mentioned affecting the quarterback. Dobbs was completing over 70%, and you held him to under 50, and he hadn't thrown an interception. Then he throws the pick six for his first interception of the year, and then follows up with another interception by Jermaine Pratt. And talk a little bit about Jermaine Pratt. What he's all about for you out there on a game by game basis.
Yeah, just physical presence in the run game. He's smart as a coach out there. Can calls out the plays before they happen, and as you saw, is athletic enough to make that great diving interception that he made. So love Jermaine, love everything that he's about, and does just a really, really good job. Him and Logan working together and getting everybody lined up, and they're 2 big parts of why we've been successful.
The Arizona Cardinals had a little creativity, to their run game. Everybody seems to be coming up with wrinkles like that. It's National Football League is constantly evolving, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You get hit with the Wildcat reverse. We were kind of blitzing into it, and we just took a poor angle, which is an easily fixed thing. And we can handle a little bit better with the safeties for sure. And then the other run that cut back, I didn't love the call that I made there. So the guys up front did a great job disrupting the play. And then Connor kind of took it out the back door, and again, I didn't love what I called there, but we can be better for sure.
You mentioned Trey Hendrickson on the edge being a one-man wrecking crew in terms of affecting the quarterback. DJ Reader continues to make effort play after effort play, doesn't he? I mean, that guy, he's something else, man, inside.
Yeah, he's great. Really holds up. Part of the reason, like you mentioned, he's not out there on the one, and then the other one is a perimeter run where he can affect, but he's part of that 20-some-odd runs for 60 yards. It's hard to run in there when he's in there. And then he had a huge block on the pick six. He shields the guy and it allows Cam to get in the end zone untouched. So, he's who he is for a reason.
Let's take just a very few minutes here to talk about the upcoming opponent, the Seattle Seahawks. Coach, I mean, their offense is very interesting. They've got a quarterback that Geno Smith made the Pro Bowl last year. It's kind of a story of resiliency, persistence, resurgence, resourcefulness. He's one of those kind of guys, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been around. He's seen most everything I can remember. In
right
2013, I was with the Dolphins playing against the Jets. So I played him a handful of times, and he's, as I mentioned, he's a veteran guy who's seen it all, and they do a really good job on offensive. Keeping you off balance with the run and the type of play actions that they have off of the runs. And he's played really well. Very, very impressed.
Bengals have a trio of wide receivers that's second to none in the league, but Seattle's got a pretty good one too. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith-Njigba from the Ohio State Buckeyes may have been the best receiver in the draft. I mean, they've got a trio to work with themselves, don't they?
No, they're good. They're certainly talented. DK's been around. Those guys have just made plays for Seattle forever. 16 has been around forever. And certainly you mentioned the young guy, but they're a talented trio. Their backs run hard. They've got good tight ends. They're a good offense. They're talented. There's a reason why they're 3-1.
No doubt. And then Kenneth Walker's got 5 touchdowns rushing. I mean, that's pretty impressive in 4 football games.
No doubt. And a physical runner, and is able to does a good job of setting up his blocks. He's a good runner, catches the ball out of the backfield. And the rookie from UCLA is doing a nice job as well. So, and they're very big up front offensive line, so they get in your way. But we'll have our hands full, but looking forward to the challenge.
So, Coach, it's a chance. Like you said, they're 3-1. They've played 4 games. They're coming off a bye, but they got to travel out here to Cincinnati to play and face hopefully the din, the noise. The crowd will be up in the bit. It'll be an experience that they won't necessarily enjoy very much, hopefully, and to get a W, get back to 3-3, and go rest during the bye. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
It sounds like a good recipe to me, and I know, they're used to it at home with their fans, and I know,
right.
Our place, our fans have been just tremendous, and when we're on defense, trust me, the players feed off of it, the stadium feeds off of it. Our fans do a tremendous job, and I know they'll do the same on Sunday as well.
Well, the fans have been tremendous, Coach, but you've been even better than tremendous. Appreciate you carving time for us. You've done a heck of a job for the Cincinnati Bengals coordinating this defense. And I'm right now, Seattle, their players and coaches are like, man, it's Lou Anarumo, this guy, man. Jeez. You got a lot to take care of here. There's a lot to learn. You're the man, Coach.
Well, I appreciate it, and looking forward to a great game on Sunday.
Appreciate you. Thanks for your time.
Thanks a lot. See ya.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realized self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.